So, bruh, I got a ring light, but it's too bright. And the other one that I got, I could hear the light, and it's like, listen, y'all, like, I just gotta be myself. What she say? I look good in highlight, low light, little to no light. It's okay. This is a comfortable light, and my ceiling light in my apartment, that's good. We lit. Anyway, cut the camera. Listen, I kind of want to cut the lights off. Would I be wrong? Like, I'm like, that's the kind of light I want, actually. Will y'all listen to me if we're in the dark? Is that okay? Is that okay with everybody? If I cut the lights off? Bruh. Listen. Okay. Okay. Child. We in the dark with it. My laptop is dead. My iPad is dead. I'm using my phone to record. But hold on 1 second. Oh. The human spirit prevails. Is this better? Is this worse? I guess you do need the light. Okay. Anyway. Hi, my name is Tony. I'm not in the mood to set that up. I just got off work. You know, just listen if you want to listen. Like, just vibe with me. Vibe with me, sexy. I really like list. I think it's a good way of organizing information. So I made a list because this is from my last year birthday, where I turned, period. I turned 24. 24, however you want to put it. And so this year I will be completing 25 years. So I'm currently in progress. I'm currently 25 basically, but just like in the development stages. But it is 25. You get what I'm saying? Like cake batter before it's cake. So I wanted to do 25 lessons that I've learned in 25 years of being alive. That snap was so like 2000s black. Like, I don't know. That was my inner Raven Simone. Damn. Time, the way the times change, you know, the time passes by. I mean, Raven Simone, she was once a child. Anyway, I made a list, 25 lessons from now to 25 that I would like to explore. The list, the lessons are not necessarily all lessons, but just personal philosophies or things that have been recurring like thoughts over the course of 25 years that I do feel like I've come to a conclusion on. Cause some stuff is just like we don't have to talk about it forever. Like, let's just figure out what we're gonna do with that and move. Like, let's just, figure again, personal philosophies. So yes, my list is my way of organizing that information because I want to share it to the public. I think I'm chilling now. I think I'm in my essence. Okay, honorable mention lesson. You can accommodate yourself if you're an adult. Like, listen, I know I have to appeal to YouTube and the guidelines and the internet and all that stuff, but like, this is my video. Like, if I want the lights off, like, the fuck? Like, and I could cut the lights all the way off. And if you wanted to hear it, you would hear it. And if you didn't, listen, I respect that. Like, I'm not holding anybody hostage, you know? I just can only be myself. But anyway, yes, lessons. And now I'm gonna cut the lights on because I'm chilling. I'm ready. Yeah. Okay, I got the ring light on. It's kind of exposing me right now, but I'm gonna just be myself. Okay, so transparency. I'm under the influence a little bit, But that'll be one of the topics, you know, because, you know, listen, times is getting a little rough, you know. I got off work. I said, listen, I was going to go to the gym, but I've been in the gym. I've been going to the gym. I can't go to the gym every day, like, and I respect the routine, but not tomorrow. Not this tomorrow, this upcoming. Not today. Yeah, basically. It don't have to be tonight. Like, I've done enough. So, I did meal prep before work this morning. Boiling stuff early in the day. That was too much. Anyway, I'm gonna get a jacket too because my AC is on and it's really working. All right. I'm ready. I got my robe on. I'm ready. Yeah. So, what do we want to talk about first? Well, maybe I'm not ready. I don't know. Before I actually start, I do want to do like a creator shout out because in my 25 years, I feel like I just made it to the promised land. Like, hopefully it gets better. It's not been terrible and evil or nothing, but it's been real spooky. Like, it's been scary back in them times. So it's just like, oh Lord. Anyway, in my 25 years of living, I've had a lot of teachers. I feel like I've been talking real slow this whole time. What can I say? I'm a 7 gal. But anyways, I feel like I've had a lot of teachers, a lot of mentors. Oh, should I be looking at the camera? I haven't thought about that. Now I feel like I'm looking too much. Anyway, I have a hard time staying focused, it seems. But yes, I've want to do a creator shout out. I've had a lot of YouTube foremothers, you know, to an extent, and I just want to shout them out because it's like, you know, I got aunties, I got cousins, I got sisters, I have a mother, I have friends, you know, teachers, mentors, but my girl's on YouTube. Listen, cause I'm a millennial, as y'all can tell by me turning 25, which is very grown, but it's young. Like, I'm young and turned though, like. But anyways, you know, I'm her. We're not gonna get into that right now. Everybody don't need to know everything. Nonetheless, I want to shout out. I'm so long-winded sometimes. I get it from my dad. But I feel like no more us, feeling likes. Let's check it. Creator that I want to shout out is Amy Lee. That's just off the top. One of the girls in the day who I used to watch, you know, like post-grad videos. Like, I don't know, healing the wound between me and my parents. Like, you know, like she was everything everywhere all at once before it ever was, respectfully. And there's actually a lot of like Asian women creators I feel like that I watched in my middle age, you know, considering my age now, like my adolescence, like, period. I'm gonna just go on the drum roll and not a drum roll, man. I'm gonna just keep it going. You know, eggs, bacon, grits, right? Sausage. Everybody say sausage, keep it going. But nah, Amy Lee, Annabelle or Piper Blue, freaking, and he told me Mochizuki, I think. I'm not looking at her name right now, so it's not at the top, but I fuck with y'all. Like, I feel like those are definitely a group. I mean, they're not a group, but like a few creators who I feel like definitely inspired me as an artist, as someone who is very in tune with my body and my emotions, and just very, you know, fun to look at, like quirky, cute content. So shout out to them, and they're all older, so I guess those will be my millennial sisters in a sense. And so hopefully this can serve, you know, for a younger generation, maybe. Listen, who am I to say? Who are me to say? Like, I can't claim to be that, you know, but I would hope. Sorry guys, I have hopes and dreams. But I would hope that somebody could see this and be like, I needed to hear that, actually, me personally. So that's what I'm on. Ooh. Bro, I gotta take this seriously. But do I? Like, I'm just here to have a fun time. Okay. Mini tip number 2. I'm procrastinating. I got 2 mini tips and I haven't even gotten to the first lesson. But once again, that's my channel. So like, it's just whatever vibe I'm on. That's what it is. That's what it is. Sorry. But freaking damn, I forgot what the tip was. Okay, I remember. But mini tip number 2, just have fun with it. If it's your first time doing something, like, just have fun, be yourself. I know it's like simple advice, but you know, if it's your first time taking a test, if it's something you can do more than once, listen, sometimes you can only do it one time, and you'll know, you know, whether you pass that test or not. Oof, oof. You can only go through that once. But, you know, at the same time, if you're taking the SAT or something and you're gonna take it multiple times, like, just go in there the first time, like, bring some snacks. Fuck it, I'm just gonna take it. Listen, now, I know it costs money too. So let's be mindful of that. Let's be mindful. But if you can get a waiver, you know, anything, like anything, listen, take it more than once. First time, just, you know, taking a deep breath is going to give you so much confidence. And not having an expectation of yourself will also give you so much confidence. Like, going in there, like, listen, I'm just taking the test to take the test. Like, I don't have to get it right. That's going to feel good. So sometimes, if it's your first time, like, allow yourself to be a beginner and just do it for the first time. This is actually kind of my first time. Because I made little YouTube videos before, but I kind of was vibing. Like, I just be like, even this is foolishness. Like, I just was vibing though. I was vibing, so that's what I'm on. But moving along to lesson number 1. Lesson number 1. I want to talk about making friends. This is my whole script. This is everything I currently have written. And guess what? That's enough. Like, I've been here before. I know how to make a friend. Like, I could tell you a little something, a little thing or two about making a friend. Listen, I've been a friend myself. I've been friends to many a person before. So, yes, lesson 1 in life. And these are not ranked. So, I wouldn't say necessarily this is the utmost lesson, but it's definitely up there. I plan on getting more, but I do have a matching tattoo. Oh my gosh. Damn, I dropped my little mini skirt. I do have a matching tattoo with my best friend, Destiny. Hey girl, if you're seeing this, hey. Shout out to you, girl. Shout out to you. But I got some other ones. Planned. I got another best friend. I know some people think that's messy, but they both the best. DJ Khaled. We the best. We. Plural. Yeah. Anyway. Ooh, DJ Khaled. Ooh. Y'all, bring me back. Bring me back. Lock me back into focus. Okay. We like Tony girl. Get focused. Right. I'm gonna get focused. I think a friend is a very important thing to have in life. Like, you are gonna get such a long way in this life with a friend. I'm talking in circles, but let me tell you, like, times where I've been like the worst down bad, it's because I didn't have no friends. I was alone, and I love me. Like, I love my world, you know, I'm in my world often, and maybe that's why I would give that as a lesson, is because I've not had friends before. Like, I've had friends and then I've not had friends, and it's just like, every time, listen, having friends was better. Yeah, like, having friends is fucking better, like, you know. And Sometimes, I would say one thing definitely about friendships is meet every friend where they are. Like, not every single friend is gonna be your best friend. A lot of people actually may not be your best friend, but also a lot of people will. Like, a lot of people will actually show you a lot of love, and it might come to an end, but that doesn't deny the friendship that y'all had. Like, doesn't deny the depth of that love. And even on an ending, I definitely would say a lesson to learn about friendships is don't hold on to every friendship. Don't hold on to every friend you have. Again, as someone who's not had friends and have friends, some of that was not of my choosing. Like, I was a child. I've been a child most of my life, so to speak. So it's like, sometimes you just lose touch with people, but sometimes you stay in touch and you're like, listen, down for life. And and it is what it is. Like, I once again, I've lost friends, and sometimes it's just something that can't be resolved. Not necessarily that we fell out. Child, somebody might have fell out with me. I don't know. They might have fell out with me. But you lose a friend, it's like any other grief. Sometimes you don't necessarily lose the friend, but you do lose the friendship, like the state of the relationship, because it isn't the same as like partnered relationships to a certain extent. Is like sometimes you don't just break it off with that person. Sometimes it's just like you don't talk to them as often, you don't see them as often, you set different boundaries within a friendship, and it's an important kind of a dynamic. But I'm gonna nip that right there because I need to get to some of the primary lessons that I would like to tell you today about friendship. Yeah. Thank you for staying with me. Don't come and go. Okay, I already said that. Be social, making friends. So, it's all about like, do you have friends? Do you not have friends? Understanding the dynamics of friendships. Like, those are all important things. But let me tell you, like, again, sometimes it's out of your control whether you have a friend or you don't have a friend or friends. Sometimes you just be vibing. People might perceive you in a particular way that makes you not have friends despite your intentions. Sometimes it's your schedule, like you don't have time to do anything. You might not have the energy to talk to people, maybe from an emotional place, or maybe sometimes you're physically tired. Like, we live in a world 6-hour world, and sometimes you just working all day, like you're tired, you don't talk to people, you don't have friends. But whatever the case is, I always think it's worth it to put yourself out there to make friends, even if it's just for the night. Like, sometimes you just make a friend for the moment. But I think having an attitude that's like open to friendship is a benefit in life. I will tell you, not everybody needs to be your friend. Not everybody needs to be your friend. As a friendly person, as y'all, I don't know if y'all can tell, but a bitch is friendly, like just a little. Like, I'm a little friendly, so like, I make friends, but it's like, listen, some people, y'all, let me tell y'all about trying to be a friend to all, okay, a child of God, and they played. Anyway, long story short, I'm in a Walgreens, not no damn Wal, that's not where I was not there. I was picking up food. I was picking up food from a to-go location that has a walk-up window, in my community. And I went and got my little thing, and it's these two grown men up there like, hey, can you buy us a waffle? I'm like, listen, I'm thinking, okay, now the last time I went to Waffle House, it was like $22 for a waffle and a double hash brown with everything on it. They added something that I didn't want on it because I don't eat ham, but I'm not talking about that right now. Did I just expose where it was? Anyway, it's Waffle Houses all across the nation, all across the South. Anyway, but Waffle House. I didn't like how I said that. Can we cut that in? Waffle House. It's Waffle Houses. And yeah, anyway though, I was out there and it was like, can you get us a waffle? And I was like, you know what? It's a little extra off the top, but at the same time, my savings good. I already put aside rent. Like, you know, I pay my bills. My bills are paid. Like, it's cool, you know, but I got $30. It's like, damn, like, okay. But then if you out here asking me for a waffle, do you even have $30? Like, what's it giving? So I'm like, cool. Then I get up there. I'm like, okay, I'll get what I want to get and give me a waffle. While I'm in the middle of ordering it, the nigga's talking about, no. Can he get a cheeseburger? Mind you, it's two of them. Can he get a cheeseburger and fries instead of a waffle? I said, I'm on a budget. Huh? I'm like, what? He was like, it's the same price. Like, just get a cheeseburger and fries instead. I'm like, well, y'all asked me if I get somebody a waffle, and that's what I agreed to. And that's not really in my budget right now to be getting no cheeseburger and fries. So do you want a waffle or you don't want a waffle? Because that's all you gonna get, really. Like, I'm trying to like show up for you, you know, you broke and you hungry. I'm trying to fuck with you, you know, like on a cool level. Like, we all human beings. Like, if I was hungry as hell and I wanted some food, like, cool, like, can I get a waffle? But like at the same time, like, I'm younger than y'all. I'm a young woman to an extent out in the streets, and I'm just trying to get my food, and you approaching me. I'm like, don't approach me like that. Like, but anyways, back to the subject. Yeah. So then one of them just started going off. He like, do you have a man? I'm like, I'm gay. He's like, you can't have friends. I'm like, I don't want no friends. He's like, anyway, he walk away. He walk away. After I get the little food, I'm like, bro, cause they really was dragging it. I was trying to be cool, but like, you get dealt with. You will get dealt with. Don't do too much. Like, don't do too much. He gonna flash. He gonna pull his shirt up, talking about, do I look broke now? I said, open. Oh, girl, you is trying me. And I was just having this conversation with my dad the other day, because it's sort of like, you know, with by the power vested in me, you know, I really like things will get handled and dealt with, so to speak. And but at the same time, you have to have a certain level of, you know, when you go into battle, you have to have a certain level of armor as well. So it's like, that's all I'm gonna say on the subject. But nonetheless, listen, I was so mad. I was like, oh, y'all better be glad I haven't taken no class in a minute, okay? And I don't know how to, okay, not too much. I don't want to do too much, you know, because some decisions you can't take back. But it's just like, did you just try to threaten me? And you, oh, and the nigga gonna ask why? Okay, this what happened to. Excuse me for the N word. I don't know how much we censoring over here, but I'm like, he gonna ask, can we get a ride down the street? No, y'all cannot get in my car. Oh, it's just up the street. What did I just say to you? Oh, you got a man? Then both of y'all gonna ask, do I got a man? And you're asking me for food and a ride up the street, and you're 30 what? How old are y'all? Like, they grown as hell. So just know, you know, listen, and if somebody else is out on the streets and they hungry too, listen, what can I say? If I was hungry, I want to be in that position, but it's just like, you know, move with a friendly heart, but have your discernment as well, because you don't, like I said, everybody is not your friend. Everybody is not trying to be your friend. People have ulterior motives, you know. But open yourself up to friendship, you know, go out into the world. And when you're ordering your food, like, not to say that's gonna be your homegirl for life, but it's just like, hey, how are you? Like, hey, how you doing? Like, be a friend to people. You know, if somebody is, I actually realized this, because people don't like acknowledge you anymore when you walking past them down the street. I just realized one of my exes from college, we met on Tinder, but I was like, I swear I've been seeing him, and I know him or something. I know him from somewhere. Like, you know, it's been more than I just seeing him right now. I feel like I done been looking at him for a minute, And it's because we had classes, somehow it converged very regularly, where we would walk like this past each other on the hill. And I think out of everybody, he would always speak. You know, like people spoke back then, back in them days, because clearly niggas do not say, like, oh, it be real stiff on the streets these days. I'm like, you can't make eye contact with nobody. It's I hate it. Like, but that's to say, you know, sometimes you gotta make eye contact with people. Like, you gotta say, hey, like, you gotta talk to people, like, you know, again, you got to be a friend, like, to your, and I think really truly being social in that way is really just about being a friend to yourself and like knowing yourself. Because obviously, like, don't talk to people you don't want to talk to, but I feel like I'm so quick to give out a compliment, because if I want to say something to you, like, I'll say it. I'm never saying anything rude or disrespectful like some people, you know. So it's very, but if someone is ever just coming at me with like pure friendship and, you know, like good intentions, like, you know, from what I can tell, I'm gonna reciprocate that, because I love those kind of vibes. Yeah, be social. That's my second point out of many points so far, right? Recognize the dynamics. Not all friendships are created equal. I mean, they are equal, but they're all different. You know, every friendship is different. Meet your friendships where they are. Don't hold on too long. I'm trying to summarize everything I've said up until this point, because I know I could ramble. Starting back from the top, freaking meet your friends where they're at. Meet your friendships where they're at. Don't hold on too long to friendships. But also, like, you know, love and light to everybody you ever loved. You know, be friendly, but also know not everybody is your friend. Um, being a friend to yourself. Again, this depends on what you like, you know. So not only is, you know, not everybody is your friend, but you don't have to be everybody else's friend. Like, you don't have to be overly friendly. Like, that's just what I like to do personally. Like, I just like to be friendly, but like, you could be like, you could do you, you know. But it's just like, you know, it's always nice to meet someone and they have a pleasant demeanor. Really gets you far in life, I would say. Being a good friend, I feel like that's always a quality that I like in other people, is if, you know, even if they're kind of shy, you know, like, I know that I could bring them around other people and they would get along, because it's like, you know, like, they're friendly. Jovial, if you will. Yay, so to speak. Yes, okay. And so I guess maybe, honestly, this might wrap it up. I did it. I did it. We at 16 minutes. Like, this might wrap it up, bring it to it even 20, you know, something chill. You know, you could just listen to it real quick if you feeling like it, you know. It might be a little bit more than that. It depends on how it gets edited. Nonetheless, final piece of advice. Not just as far as like being friendly, and like being a friend and having a pleasant demeanor, being like a person who gets along with others. I also think separate and like, I want to make them distinct, is that you also should be social. Like, you don't necessarily even have to be friends with anyone, but I would say get out there and like do things with other people. Like I said, like, you don't have to be friends with everybody for 100 years. Sometimes you're only friends with people for a moment. And friends don't always talk to each other. Like, friends don't always talk. And, you know, that is a good aspect of having and being a friend. But sometimes you just are in a place, like moving your body, and creating like a shared moment and a shared like experience and energy. Like, sometimes you walk with people, you know, and it's like, listen, I didn't talk to you this whole time, but we walked together, you know, and it's like, that meant something. You eat with people, like, I think just put yourself out there, and like, not in the cliche, like, put yourself out there, like, put your personality out on the, you know, to be perceived by all this other stuff, but it's just like, no, like, physically pick yourself up from where you are and put yourself out there. Like, put yourself in the mix. Like, go get in the mix. Like, whatever you're interested in, go to that stuff. Go figure out what's happening around that. Like, and if there's not stuff happening, like, I don't know, see if anybody wants to join you. Like, even if it's just one person, sometimes people will want to do it. So, you know, yeah, start small, connect, like, I don't know, talk to your neighbors, have a good day. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Anything else? Let me read the back. Yeah, period. That's everything. That's literally everything. So once again, thank you. If you stayed to the end of this moderately length, moderately time, if you stayed to the end of the video, shout out to you. You're so real for that. You're so real for really listening to me. That's what it was all about in the first place, is, you know, listening to one another and being understood and sharing time and space. Thank you for coming to my channel, my frequency, my, yeah, I'm on some whole tips. Okay, you're not gonna stop me. Like, listen, I can say what I want to say. But yes, thanks for coming along. If I didn't look at the camera, like, give me thoughts on that. I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily that stuff is feedback, because like I said, this is my channel, and so I'm just gonna do what I feel comfortable with, you know. But if it's anything like, oh, I can hear your spit too much, I would want to know that. If I scrunch my eyes too much, but that light is right in front of me, I'm like, dang. America. Watch this. I'm basically Bernie Mac. If you know me in real life, you know I'm Bernie Mac. But if you don't know, you know, now you know. But just with a gentle, loving touch. You know what I'm saying? Bernie Mac meets LeVar Burton. Yeah, meets motherfucking Ricky Bobby meets yeah. Man. Not by, because I forgot. It's another part that you're supposed to say at the end. Don't forget to like if you want to. You don't have to, but just remember it. Remember that that's an option and a possibility. Is that if you thought about, like, if you had good feelings at any point in time during this video, like the video, like that's just kind of like what you do when you like something. If you just see the thumbnail and you was like, I like that thumbnail, like the video, just in case, they should make it to where you can like double tap on YouTube to like a video. Something like that. But you don't even have to double tap. You could single tap the like button and you would like the video. So boom, just like that. And comment if you would like to, if you have any thoughts you'd like to share, if you'd like to join the dialogue. Oh my gosh, will be so cute. Tell me about like one of your friends, like your best friend, your not your best friend, your homies, like, oh, dang. Okay, honorable mention about friendship. Well, I guess this the same thing as meeting your friends where they are. But dang, not being the bloopers. But also, like, you know, sometimes you don't have to put a boundary on your friendships. Like, I know there's debates about what is and is not a friendship, and like this, like platonic and non-platonic. Like, some things are just a friendship, like no matter how you slice it. Like, you know, listen, we did what we did, but we are friends. Like, we are friends. Like, you can do those kind of things with your friends, like, so to speak. If you want to, and not everybody, but sometimes it's just like, and we're still friends, and we are friends. Like, we hugged, we ate a cheese sandwich. I don't know, cheese sandwich was so crazy. Grilled cheese. Oh, I could go for a grilled cheese sandwich right now. Like, comment, tell me about your friend, or a friendly encounter you had recently. Maybe if it was at the grocery store or something. And what were you looking at? What aisle were you in? And then if you want to tell me about maybe like yourself, like your favorite thing you've ever done as a friend. Like, I don't know, I just want to hear like the friendship vibes. Yeah, okay. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a positive experience, but just tell me about a friend you had. Any of them, any of your friends, even if y'all not friends no more.